what's different noticeably compared to last time is that they had literally all kinds of different walls boarding up the front of the entrance portal for Nemesis, but now they've opened all that up. There's a lot more open space now, so there'll probably be a lot more areas as to where we can spot the construction. You can just see it's what the corkscrew used to be up there. It's all gone. That lift hill is one of the only parts of the remaining, that obviously being and the station building and brakes. And obviously there's a lot of scaffolding. I'm pretty sure that's where the crane has just been to take something out of the side. And if my theory is correct, they may have just taken out some of the bolts for the footers in that little orange box. Hello and welcome to another part of Rebirth of Nemesis. This is the 5th part of the series so far, and we've got a lot of construction updates for today, for this update, and we've got a lot easier access to it today. And then what's different about this time is that they've actually opened up the observation platform that they were building from the start of the season, which overlooks Nemesis, with a little bit of monorail track obviously, because they're built in such a weird place, but we've got a much better view of Nemesis from up here. And obviously that's not all, because in fact over the week new parts of the ride in fact arrived to the site and they've started placing it in, so I'll show you that in a moment. So we can just see from this newly opened observation platform that obviously we've got a much better view of the attraction. And although we can't really see it from here, I think you can just see that, I'm not sure if we can get it from that angle. It's around that area. They've actually started placing new pieces of the attraction around the final turnaround. I can't really see it from here, but it's such a great view of the attraction and what the state it's in. Obviously they've moved the crane. Obviously that was over just down here last time we were here. Obviously there's so much happened over the last week, and obviously the marketing for the new refurbishment for this attraction has been phenomenal, and it's honestly amazing. Obviously that's where the turnaround section used to be, the first one. I initially thought last time that they were working on the support columns, and didn't think it would be a long time until they actually start adding new vertical construction pieces, but it seems that they've actually not only delivered those pieces like track and supports, but they've actually started placing them, and we're going to go around in a minute to see the new track in place for Nemesis. So we have finally arrived at the moment of truth, and wow, that is honestly some stunning track that we have here. I really love how they've done the paint on it, where it's got like red veins running along the whole track, and that looks so stunning and visually awesome. The colour scheme, I love the colour scheme they've chosen. I know it's not the original colour scheme, but obviously with a refurbishment, always going to bring some new things to the table, and it's just so awesome to see what they've done with the ride. And it's odd to think that literally this time last week this was completely empty, and now they've placed an entire element of the ride already fully in place. They are definitely wasting no time in constructing this ride back up again. And obviously when we were on the monorail earlier, we saw that we actually started placing the support columns for the second corkscrew, which would be really awesome to see if we managed to get to see it. But wow, this is honestly amazing. Obviously in the videos they teased online, they'd actually shown this actual track being transported on lorries into Alton Towers, and you've even literally got theming on the lorries as well with like the Phalanx logo and people guarding it. Honestly, the marketing is just like so intense for this this Nemesis rebrand or refresh, and it's honestly amazing. It's only gonna get a lot more like intense throughout the rest of the season going forward. Wow. So we have finally entered the Galactica car park to see all the new pieces of supports and track they have for this attraction, and I must say this is stunning to see. We've got a few support columns. I didn't actually think that there'd be any track or supports left because they placed quite a few of them in that final turnaround section, but we've still got a few left. We've got some support columns here which I assume are going to go for the corkscrew, and we've got a massive section of track here which is definitely for the corkscrew, because I imagine that section of track is going to go in place soon, because they've started, when I was on the monorail earlier, they started placing the support columns for the second corkscrew. Wow. I'd imagine that's the top section of the second corkscrew. I must say that is just like so amazing to see. Wow. Yeah, they've even themed the lorries as well. Themed it to like the Phalanx. These were the same lorries, well I assume they were, that were in the promotional videos that they released before, like literally the day before they put up the track sections, and they were spotted in the car park. And this is so cool to see, and there's plenty more where this came from. This is only just a small part of the ride. There's going to be a lot more soon. Yeah, this support column says 102, and I don't know what that rest of that means, but I imagine this, if I had to guess, this is like the 102nd part of the ride, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't say 102nd support column, because I don't think there's that many support structures on the ride itself, but this is really cool to see. Obviously they've wrapped all the track in like this like not sellotape, this like black tape to cover it up, probably to protect the colour scheme of it, because obviously they're definitely focusing on the appearance of the ride with the black track and the red veins running across it, and it just honestly looks so cool to see. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what the next few months hold for this attraction. We're going to see a lot more of these track pieces in sight being put up, and maybe even some new theming as well, because obviously, as John Waldley said in an interview, when a new attraction is built, we're going to add new theming, new special effects, and more surprises along the way. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that is it for this absolutely fantastic Rebirth of Nemesis episode. It's been a really amazing one to see, and obviously a big step forward. So now start vertical construction on the ride, which I didn't think they're going to start for months yet, because obviously they're still doing the concrete footers. But it's been absolutely brilliant, and obviously it's only going to escalate over the next few months with more track, more supports, and like I said before, we might see some new theming installed in the ride, because obviously, like John Waldley said, it's going to be very different than how we used to know it, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you enjoy it, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment with a like, see you in the next video. Bye.